should we say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah or Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah?
Good question. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is a quick lesson and it's something very basic that but it's very important and that the one which we should all know. And the question is, should we say Muhammadur Rasulullah or Muhammadur Rasulullah? So when we in the Azan, when we hear Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah, is it Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah or is it Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah? An interesting twist here. So we pray at our workplace. We pray daily prayers, and a brother very diligent and 5 times prayers, mashallah, a lot of iman, and very observant. And when he reads the Iqamah before the Jamaat, he say, Ashhadu anna Muhammadir Rasulullah. So I always keep hearing from him Muhammadir. So the question is, which one is correct? Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, or Muhammadur Rasulullah? And ironically, that's the before we get into the answer, I just wanted to say that either people know a lot of Arabic, they are very good students of Arabic, diligent students of Arabic, of the Arabic language, or people from subcontinents, mostly they do not know Arabic at all, and it's because they are hesitant. So, and that's this channel is all about, is to encourage you to learn little by little, small things, and do not be discouraged that you need to know the whole language. Just a little bit of knowing rules and little bit of Arabic here and there would help us understanding our deen, our the word of Allah, and things like Azan and Hadith, direct understanding the direct meanings. So without further ado, let's answer this question. Is it Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, or is it Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, or is it like our brother at my workplace who says Muhammadur Rasulullah? So let's quickly go over the rule here, which is very simple. Whenever we have a noun and we are describing the noun, we will always use the pesh here, it's the dhamma, or as we say in subcontinent, this pesh or dhamma here. So at-tiflu zakiyun. Tifl means child and zaki means smart. Tifl, child, zaki, smart. So this is a nominal sentence. This is a nominal sentence, meaning it's a non-verbal sentence. There is no verb here in this sentence. It's a nominal sentence. There is a noun and its description. So whenever we are describing a noun, we will have a pesh or dhamma at the top. At-tiflu zakiyun. We cannot say at-tifla zakiyun. It would be at-tiflu zakiyun. And I think all of us are familiar that we cannot say Allah Ghafurur Rahim, Allah Ahad, Allah Samad. And that's exactly what I'm describing here. The rule, when we are describing a noun, we will always use dhamma or pesh, as we say in the subcontinent. So we cannot say Allah Ghafurur Rahim, it would be Allahu Ghafurur Rahim, Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad. So by that rule, if we go back to the question that we pose here, is it Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah or Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah? With this rule, it looks like it should be Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, because we are describing a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So Muhammad here is the noun. We are describing him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we would say Muhammadur Rasulullah. But actually, in fact, this is wrong. So what is the exception to the rule here? There is an exception to the rule. So the rule again is, whenever we are describing a noun, at the end of the noun there will be a pesh or there will be a dhamma, as you see here, in these three examples. These are all nominal sentences. We are describing a noun. At-tiflu zakiyun, a child is smart. Allahu ghafurur rahim, describing the qualities of Allah. Allahu ahad, describing the qualities of Allah. In all these examples, nominal sentences, we will use pesh or dhamma at the end of the noun. But the exception is, there is a certain form of nominal sentences where we have inna in the before the noun. Inna before the noun. What is inna? We will not get into the details, but inna, most of you might be familiar with the word because we read Quran and we come across this quite a lot. Inna means indeed. Inna, indeed, right? Is to stress or emphasize. Inna is indeed. Indeed. So when we are tawqeed, we are stressing and adding the word inna, then the rule changes. And what happens is that instead of that pesh or dhamma here, we have a fatha or zabar. So dhamma gets replaced by fatha or zabar, as we say in Urdu. Right? So now going back to our examples of the Azan or Iqamah, where we say Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. But wait, it has anna in it. Ashhadu anna. Ashhadu anna. So the rule applies. Indeed, Muhammad dar. Yes. This pesh or this dhamma would be replaced by fatha. So it should always be Ashhadu anna Muhammadar, not Muhammadur. Muhammadur is wrong. And as our brother who says in the namaz, in the salat, he says in the Iqamah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadir Rasulullah. That's completely wrong, and it's because of our lack of knowledge. But these are very simple things that we should all, without having knowing all the Arabic language. This is just a simple rule. If a sentence starts with anna, inna, then the noun that comes after it should always has a zabar on top of it, fatha or zabar on top of it, right? So this is simple. At-tiflu zakiyun, Allahu ghafurur rahim, Allahu ahad. Nominal sentences, we will always use pesh, right? And when we add inna, then it gets replaced by zabar, right? So understood? That was simple. Now I just wanted to add a little bit, now that we are on this topic, just wanted to add an example of a verbal sentence here from Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 251. وَقَتَلَ دَاوُودُ جَالُوتَ. So this is a verbal sentence. Qatala means killed. Qatala means killed. Past tense. A verb which is past tense. We are not going into the details of the verb here. This is a noun and this is a noun. But this, what kind of noun is that? This is actually a subject, right? And that's an object. Somebody have killed someone. Somebody have killed someone. Who killed someone? Dawood alayhi salam. Dawood killed Jalut. So Dawood is the one who has performed the action, and In English, it's called subject, fa'il, maf'ul in Arabic. So this is Dawood is the subject who has performed the action, and Jalut is the noun on which action has been performed. Is it too difficult? So I'll repeat. It's a verbal sentence. It starts with the verb. Let's leave the verb for now, and move on to these two words here. Dawood is the one who performed the action, and Jalut is the person on which action has been applied. Subject, object. In such situations, the subject will have a dhamma on it at the top. And object will have zabar on top, right? So the rule here is subject will always have a pesh or dhamma on top, and object will always have a kasra, right? A good example, a couple of examples of this verbal sentence. I just want to have a little bit more detail on this. Okay, so help me here. It's a verbal sentence, past tense, daraba, hit. Somebody has hit someone. Zaid is the name of the person. Hamid is his friend, let's say. And Zaid has hit Hamid, right? Zaid has hit Hamid. So Zaid is the subject here, is the person who has performed the action, and who got beaten here is Hamid. So daraba. So with that a rule that we just talked about, daraba, they, what would come here? They do. Hamidan. So the person who is performing the action is the subject, will have a dhamma or pesh at the top. Okay, it's similar to what we just discussed in the Quran. وَقَتَلَ دَاوُودُ Jaluta, right? So we discussed that it will be dhamma here, and it will be here, it will be a zabar. So this is the rule. We talked about Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, or Ashhadu anna Muhammadir Rasulullah. So guys, which one is correct? Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah is correct, because if we add anna at the beginning of the sentence, Muhammadur becomes Muhammadar. So remember that rule. Whenever we have a inna or anna at the beginning of a nominal sentence, the noun at the top, the pesh becomes the zabar. So this is just a tangent from our pronouns lessons. We will get back to the demonstrated pronoun in our next lesson. It was just something simple that we all get confused about, so I just wanted to go through that. So inshallah we'll have the next episode. We'll continue with our pronouns. Assalamu alaikum everybody.